Owner-operators pay statement. So this owner-operator services the Midwest USA and the Southeast USA, servicing places like Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and also going to the Midwest region, Illinois, Wisconsin, Tennessee, Missouri. Here he did in 15 days, 6,431 miles, grossing out $10,532. The fuel has come down. The fuel surcharge right now is 2 cents per mile. Owner-operators do not pay for trailers. They do not pay for insurance. They do not pay for tolls. The only thing they pay for is for their fuel and for their quarterly IFTA. So let's get into his pay statement. Grossed out $10,660. Here we have buy down insurance, fuel Canadian, fuel US, cash advance $113 in parking for some reason. Net to his pocket for 15 days, $6,299. Okay. Now, I also, guys, want you to understand fuel consumption. It is huge. So here, this driver, okay, we're just gonna total his miles. He did 6,431 miles and he spent $4,069 on fuel. I'm gonna show you another paycheck right now, okay, of a driver that did $6,276. I just want to show you how much money he spent on fuel. The drivers run to the same locations, Midwest USA and Southeast USA. Now take a look at this pay, okay? Look how much money he spent on fuel. Fuel Canadian, fuel US. You combine that together, $5,116. Same mileage, 6,276. This guy actually did less miles than the other driver, and he spent a lot more money on fuel. That is out of my control. Owner operators, there's nothing I can do about that. The only thing I can tell you guys is to make sure that when you are buying a truck as an owner operator, you go for the aerodynamic trucks, you go for the fuel efficient trucks, you go for the trucks that have a battery or a diesel APU unit. It is extremely important. Now, look at the difference in pay, same amount of miles, $4,552. Add back his lease of $1,000. That is $700 difference between owner operator number one and owner operator number two in a 15-day pay statement. Multiply that per month, that's $1,400. Multiply that per year, we're talking about close to $18,000 a year. That's simple math, but the exact number is $16,800 is the difference annually, okay? So that's why the importance of aerodynamic trucks. Now, there are a lot more expenses that owner-operators face out there, whether it's their insurance. Some owner-operators are on an 88-12 split, or they are on a gross commission split, which means that they pay for everything, for tolls, they pay for the insurance, they pay for the plates, they pay for the trailer, they pay for literally all on-road expenses, and they pay for their fuel, and they pay for the maintenance. The expenses don't stop. If anybody out there would like to share their pay statements based on 62 or 6,400 miles that are on a gross commission split, I'd love to see it. Post up both those paychecks to see who is more successful, who does a lot more. For those of you that really like the numbers, I will be doing a live session next week in regards to expenses, the cost of running a mile. I do have a course on this, and the course is on the cost of running a mile. It goes into detail on every single expense, on fuel consumption, on APU units, how much they save, on expenses for trucks, expenses for trailers, how to finance a truck properly, how to finance the trailer properly. Really goes in detail about actual cost of running a mile. Either a fleet owner or an owner operator will greatly benefit from that live session and the course. Bottom line is, in a downfall economy, when the numbers are not the greatest, you do want to be on a per mileage system. Some owner operators, they really could care less what's happening with the economy. They don't care about empty miles, loaded miles. They want to get paid for every single mile that they do, and that's what we give them here at ET Transport. There are other companies out there that pay on the gross mileage system. We've steered away from that over the years. We like it more. The owner operators that I talk to, even in the US, and we're trying to implement it over there, the per mileage system in the US for owner operators, and we're getting a lot of good feedback on it. I'd love to hear your opinion. Gross mileage or per mile pay? What are your thoughts on it? I'm Ronan, and I'll catch you in my next video.